Good morning, brothers and sisters, and all my friends. This morning we are going to talk about the science of creating abundance of goodness and material prosperity upon earth. In the ancient India, this wisdom tradition of creating abundance of material wealth and spiritual wealth, the material prosperity and the spiritual prosperity. And this science was known as Madhuvidya. We have three rivers coming in this holy confluence, the Pavitra Sangam. And this third river, or you can call that second river or third river, doesn't matter. But this river tells us how to create abundance of spiritual wealth and the material wealth. In other words, what does it mean? It means how to multiply the goodness, how to multiply the prosperity of life. The prosperity not of material universe, but the prosperity of the spiritual world also. And how could we do that? Through the science of Madhuvidya, where everyone brings the pollens, does his best, like the honeybees, making to and fro rounds to thousands of flowers for hundreds of kilometers a day with one resolve that I'm going to do it and I'm going to contribute to the abundance. So let's move away from the world of scarcity. Today's world, whether we talk about economics, is based upon the law of scarcity, the demand and supply. My dear friends, this demand and supply is our poverty of our thought, our vision, of our dream. And in this system based on exploitation of masses by very few people. Very beautifully said this word, this term. My brother, we are two sons in the family. I am the elder and my younger brother. He's a doctor settled in America. One time he asked me this big question. Brother, can you tell me what is conservatives and Democrats? You know what I said to him? I said to him, the conservatives are those people who had a chance or who happened to be in the front line to run and grab the resources of earth. And they don't want to share. They said, okay, this is all mine. So you go and look around somewhere else. This is mine. This is my garden and this is my fruit tree. So you go and look for something else further down. So they invented many ideas and many tricks, and even the religion, even the spiritual instruments they use for tricks, saying we have to be very, very good to each other. We cannot afford, we should not steal somebody's fruits from somebody's garden, somebody's property. The great system of ownership was implanted in the human society by the conservatives. Understand it this way. And Democrats are those people who didn't get the chance, the first chance. So they are the people who say, please share. So they talk about the great idealisms of sharing. And the conservatives are those who want to maintain the status quo. So this is a great struggle. The great struggle what we see in the Indian myths, the stories, and even if you are on Bangkok airport, you will see that they have a great demonstration of Samudra Manthana, where the gods and the titans are churning the ocean for the sake of getting the riches, getting the wealth out of the sea of existence. So this struggle is age-old. For many thousands and thousands of years, this is struggle. The people who got it, they want to maintain the status quo by any pretext, by any excuse or any justification, whether that is based on spiritual or material or whatever. And the people who don't have, and who want to share the resources, they say, well, we have to have the equal distribution and honesty and all kind of big idealism. But my dear friends, we don't have to go through this struggle. What we call this struggle of good and evil, the gods and titans, conservatives and Democrats. We don't need to. We can still create abundance on earth. Let's just throw away the system of the economics of scarcity. There is no scarcity. It's unnatural. The nature creates abundance. From one grain, it creates thousands of grains. The whole law of demand and supply is crooked. Dishonesty, manipulation, and unnatural. So my dear friends, let's talk about the science of creating abundance on earth, the Madhuvidya. And if we all could contribute, if we all could multiply the image of God, the multiplication. Nature does it through multiplication, 1 grain to 1,000 grains. 1 image of God into 1,000 images of God. Don't you think we could create abundance? Yes, we could. All what we need to begin with ourselves. We don't need any philosophy, we don't need any big holy books and prophets around here. Believe me, we all could be prophets to ourselves. We have that potential, we have that wisdom, we have all those instruments available to us to create a system of abundance. So let's begin with ourselves and start multiplying, seeding the brains of other people. Let's become the example. Ourselves, first of all. So let's become the image of God to begin with, and then let's multiply. In the first chapter of Genesis, God made the earth and God made the sky, God made everything around, and then God made the man in his own image. And then he said 3 commandments. And what are those? Go and multiply, be fruitful, bring fruits to yourself, and be the tree of life. We don't have to be so poor. Let's forget our poverty. When we are jealous, we have a very small heart. When we are competing with other people, we have a very small heart. Let's move away from competition and go to the station, the divine station of cooperation. This is how the material world is created, through cooperation of atoms, molecules, forms, systems, multi-systems, put together in harmony. This is what the beauty is. This is what the beauty of thought, beauty of expression. Put things together in harmony. So let's move away from competition, from a small heart to a greater heart, a greater circle of compassion. My dear friends, through this cooperation, believe me, we could create abundance, a system of abundance where everybody will have enough to enjoy a happy existence on planet Earth. And I would like to, in the same context, I would like to talk about the material science. And you know, they say metamaterial. What is known as metamaterial? Metamaterial is a material created by arranging the atoms or molecules in a definite pattern. And when we put together all these in a definite pattern, in harmony, once the harmony is created of all those atoms and molecules, believe me, my dear friends, a novelty will be born. A divine nature will come out of that material, which was not existing before. The great scientist Whitehead, he talked about the novelty, the emergence of novelty. And can you imagine, if we can arrange the whole humanity in harmony with each other, loving each other, with the divine attributes of cooperation, not of competition, not small hearts, not poverty, not the scarcity, not the demand and supply, but abundance. And if we could exist together in great harmony, believe me, there will be a meta-humanity, not only metamaterial. And this is how the phenomena of magnetism also emerges out. When the atoms are arranged in north and south, north and south, and north and south, with each other, in relation to each other, so beautifully, in a series, well, all the north pointing to north, all the south pointing to south, the great phenomena of magnetism emerges out, the great novelty. So my dear friends, let's move towards the meta-humanity with the universal unity of thought, word, and deed. And this was the dream of 8th incarnation, Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna said, we are the family of God. So what we are waiting for when we are the family of God? What's a big problem? Let's forget about the colors, caste, nationality, all these divisions, and even the divisions created by the religions. Let's forget everything. And let's start cooperating with each other, loving each other, helping each other, bring the pollens, making thousands of rounds to the flowers, and create the wisdom and the wealth, and let's create the system of abundance. Not of scarcity and not of demand and supply, but abundant supply. You ask and you get it. Thank you very much. And that's the discipline of Madhuvidya. My dear friends, have a very beautiful morning, my brothers and sisters. We could do it, we have the potential, and let's not wait anymore. Let's make this resolution, and we are going to create the abundance on earth. Thank you very much, and have a very beautiful morning, and thanks for your patience.